Welcome to Myrtle Beach Eats and Beyond, the show where a local foodie, that's me, attempts to parlay a passion for delicious eats into a useful video guide for other locals and tourists attempting to answer the age-old question, where should we eat in Myrtle Beach? Don't worry, I've got you covered. With me on this journey are my three progeny, that's them, who also love to experience new eating emporiums, raising them up right. We'll also be exploring fun, family-friendly activities and showing you the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the lowdowns and hoedowns of where to shop, play, stop, and stay. If you're lucky, I might even cook for you. And if that's not enough to convince you to subscribe, just know that once a week, I am completely wrecking my diet to bring you this content. Now, I'm not saying that you should feel guilty about that in any way, but I'm just saying you should subscribe. Hello friends, and welcome to our table. Fall has always been a very special time for us, especially having grown up in the very capital of fall, New England. You can always tell when fall is approaching in the north because the light takes on a soft golden hue. September and October's sunny days give way to cooler nights, and the whole town's population of tired old window air conditioning units get put out to pasture at the local town transfer station. While we enjoy the last of our late garden harvest of peaches, golden raspberries, and lavender, the Halloween donuts begin making an appearance at Dunkin' Donuts, prompting short individual dates with mommy for each of my children. Thank you.
A cake.
Yeah.
They're so nice.
Yeah. The Halloween stores open back up with costumes galore, and the very best of all, it's time for apple picking, our favorite family activity by far. For years, we lived mere minutes away from a local apple orchard, and every year, ever since my first baby could walk, we would traverse the apple orchard with a wagon to pick out delicious Gala, Braeburn, Pink Lady, and a few Macintosh apples. We would snack ferociously on sweet, juicy apples and then slice and peel a small selection for applesauce, apple pie, and candied apples. We did manage to suck the marrow out of a mostly beautiful existence in New England, but circumstances called for drastic and desperate change. So, we four found ourselves moving to a state that we had never even visited before, but to which we felt God's certain calling. It has been a blessing in so many ways, but I will admit that our beloved autumn has been, well, something of an adjustment. That's why I thought that it might be beneficial to make this video, showcasing some fall fun, Myrtle Beach style. One of our favorite places to visit in the fall is Thompson Farms at 100 Brickyard Place in Conway. They offer most of the quintessential fall activities that would come to mind in September and October. There's the 6.5-acre corn maze, hay wagon rides, petting zoo, animal feeding, pumpkins for sale, and there's even a drive-in movie series. What really puts them over the top is the 6-acre play space, complete with jolly jumping pads, terrific tire swings, happy hay bales, a perfect picnic area, and an outstanding obstacle course designed for little feet. And the pièce de résistance, the epic, colossal, stupendous tube slide.
Where's Emma? There you are!
And I did that without even saying I'm scared.
Oh my god, Emma. Do you see how big that slide is?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I think I died. I'm coming. Okay, come down.
Here comes Emma. That was awesome. Emma comes down so slow.
This time I didn't go down so slow.
You did go down a little faster this time. I can hear your feet slowing you down.
Okay,
Good
let's
job.
go to the jump pad.
We visited in October and we had a blast playing as the sun went down. Once it got dark, we settled on our blanket to watch the walk-in side of the drive-in movie. It plays on both screens simultaneously, so there is plenty of room. If you don't get a ticket for the drive-in area early enough, you can still sit on your blanket. After the sun went down, it was a little chilly, but fortunately we had brought sweaters and extra blankets, so we were perfectly cozy and comfy. In New England, our corn maze adventure was plagued with nippy weather that left a shiver in our bones. But in South Carolina, our corn maze is punctuated by mosquitoes and the occasional toad. But the real benefit to living in the South is how much warmer it is during the whole season. It's true that carved pumpkins do get moldy pretty quick and pretty epically, but our painted pumpkins keep just fine, and the warm weather lets us fully enjoy the afternoon we spent decorating with our sweet neighbors. That warm weather also means that we are still able to enjoy some sunny beach days, even though it's pumpkin season. September and October are also prime days for visiting the local farmers market and produce stands. Not only will you find pumpkins, but there will still be plenty of berries, tomatoes, collards, cucumbers, and all the handmade delights that you could possibly want. Fall in Myrtle Beach is earmarked by lots of little festivals, craft fairs, and pop-up markets as well. Just about every weekend you can always find something happening and something fun to do. Just check out the events tab on Facebook or Eventbrite to find anything that is happening nearby. Admittedly, it does sometimes feel funny wearing sandals up to and sometimes even past Halloween, but being able to frolic outside in costumes without covering them up with heavy winter coats is a special joy all its own, unique to former New Englanders. We have never really been much of a family that participates in trick-or-treating, but our first year here we did find a trunk-or-treat event at Forest Brook Baptist Church, and we decided to attend. A brief service inside the church was followed by music, candy, hot dogs, and snow cones. My kiddos loved it so much that we attended another the following year at Timberlake Baptist Church. I was so impressed and so grateful to see the community really come together to create such a wholesome, fun, imaginative, and playful time for our children over this holiday. Now, New England is famous for its vibrant colors of the season. This is something that we could always enjoy without effort wherever we happen to be. Contrary to my initial assumptions, South Carolina is not a total schlub in this department. Occasionally, some falling leaves do leave their mark. And there are very often some changing colors in the leaves overhead. You just might have to squint a little bit to see them. But they're there, sorta, mostly. The only thing we really still miss is our beloved apple picking. The South just isn't set up for a bumper crop of apples like the Northeast is, but if you're willing to drive a little further north into North Carolina, you can definitely find a couple of orchards offering apple picking. And if you can't make it that far, all you need to do is drive to your local grocery store, because there will always be at least a peck of apples, a jug of cider, and a candy apple or two just to satisfy the craving. And don't forget, all of your favorite restaurants will also be getting into the seasonal flavors that you enjoy. After Halloween, then it's time to settle in for chillier days and Thanksgiving cooking before the holidays really gear up. So even though fall in the South is very different, it is also still very much the same.